Okay, skin cycling. A lot of people have asked about it. How do you do it? What is this? Who should do it? Why you should do it? I'm going to give you some pro tips, and I'm going to suggest exactly some products that you might consider, or what to look for in products you already have at home that would work well for this method. Okay, now skin cycling. Let me first take you through why you might do it. So when you show up to medical school, what do they say? They write on the board, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Now, it sounds a little aggressive to say, but there's so much truth in that. The simpler the skincare routine, more often people are going to follow it. And this gives you a base to go upon. So what this is, it's a baseline, because the best skincare is the one you're going to use that you can tolerate and that you don't create inflammation with it. I'm going to walk into my clinic today, open the door and come in, I'm going to see a red face. 1 in 10 of my patients are going to have inflammation. They're not going to be using their skincare correctly, and they're going to say, "Doc, guess what? I'm using this great new skincare. Look how tight my face is." Yeah, it's tight from inflammation. It's not a good tight. So what is this and how do you do it? So what it is, it's based on the same morning routine. It's a 4-day cycle. So the morning routine is the same all the time. It is cleanse, it's antioxidants, moisturizer, and then sunscreen. The evening routine is what rotates on this 4-day cycle. The first night is exfoliation. The second night is a retinoid, and the next 2 nights are moisture. Now, I should say cleansing and then exfoliate, cleansing and then retinoid, and cleansing and then your moisturizer those next 2 nights. Cleansing, I guess, should go unsaid, but it's very important. And the reason is we're removing makeup. We're starting with a clean slate. So that's your 4-day cycle. Let's take the first day. And again, the morning is standard. You cleanse, an antioxidant, moisturizer, and sunscreen. Then you go out for the day. Now that first night is going to be exfoliation. Let's talk about that. Chemical or physical? Okay, I like chemical. Physical, men shave every day. So I'm exfoliating every day, I suppose, right? But physical exfoliation, the one I would like that's not just chemical, but physical and possibly chemical, would be something like a mask. So a revision pore mask that I have a whole video on, that uses time-released salicylates. And that is a great one that has some physical exfoliation to it. I know a lot of people like rubs that have abrasives, microblading, and it just causes so much inflammation. And what happens is the external barrier of the skin or that stratum corneum gets irritated, and it's like a gap. It allows the penetration of bacteria and changes that skin surface so that irritation, acne, blemishes can occur. So you gotta be careful with physical. I like chemical. I'll talk products at the end. That's your first night. Okay, now, day 2. The morning routine is the same. In the evening, you're to cleanse, use your retinoid, and then you're going to go to bed. Now, the retinoid, when we talk about that, of course, you're gonna say, well, there's a retinoic, which is your prescription strength. That's your strongest. Then you have a retinaldehyde. I like retinaldehydes better. I'll talk about that in a moment. Then you have your retinols. Retinol is the weakest form. Typically, you're going to see 1% strength because it needs 2 steps to convert to the retinoic. The retinaldehyde only needs 1 step to convert to that prescription grade retinoic. So I tend to like retinaldehyde, and you don't need a prescription to get it. Now, your next night, which is night 3, now you're going to, same morning routine. In the evening, you're going to cleanse and just moisturize. And your 4th night, same thing. You're going to cleanse and just moisturize. Okay, so now you know the routine. What's the positive here? The positive is it keeps it simple. You don't need a lot of products, and it helps prevent inflammation. Now, as with anything that's simple, there are some downsides. The first being if you take something like retinoids, okay, well, you're going to use that once every 4 days. For someone like me and many of you who've been on it for a while, you might use that 3 or 4 times a week. Some people even use it every day. For those people, they would be on too low of a dose to get the results they want. So that's the first thing. There needs to be some give here. Second, many of you have problems like rosacea. Maybe you have more brown spots. That's what you're tackling. You're not going to get a high enough dose to tackle your brown spots or your blemishes. And if you have rosacea, you might not want to exfoliate at all. So if you have problematic skin, I would say this might not be the best thing for you. You may have to start there, but then modify it. Likewise, a lot of people on this channel, a lot of people, you're educating yourself, you're highly educated in skincare, and if you put that time and effort into it, maybe you want a little more program. The third problem is going to be that you're missing out on some great products. Azelaic acid, maybe hyaluronic acid. You could incorporate it, but it's not really in the program. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, but remember, a lot of people get sun exposure during the day. So when I'm out on the water a lot, I will use my vitamin C at night because that's when all the damage is occurring from the sun damage I had during the day. And you might say, well, there's an SPF. There is, but an SPF only gets 50% of the sun's rays when it's working at its maximal. Let's say you put it on and you go out and you're having a great day and you forget to reapply. Now your protection went way down below 50%. So those are some problems with this regimen you want to be mindful of, and you want to alter it to tailor for your specific needs. Now let's go into a couple of products that you might like to use. I'll put the links below. First of all, let's talk moisturizer. I think this is one of the most key ingredients that's overlooked. I use and like and recommend, and my patients use my Ultra Moisture. So what would be in there that you want to look for in maybe your ingredients? The things that I like are going to be, number 1, there's grapeseed oil. Number 2, jojoba seed oil. Number 3, you have sunflower seed oil. Number 4, rosehip seed oil. And then you have vitamin E and other antioxidants. But those are, I'm a big fan of oils because what are we doing? We're moisturizing. So find a great moisturizer. It makes a lot of sense. The next things you're going to look for your retinaldehyde, which is the one I like. Mine will be out starting in November. Now, the one my patients use, they usually use a retinoic, a prescription strength. They're in my clinic and it's easier. I can dispense it for them, and it's a 0.1% retinoic acid with niacinamide, a few other things in it. But for retinaldehyde that I like, Avene or Avene, however you want to pronounce it, that's the one that I like for retinaldehyde. When mine comes through, it will not only have a retinaldehyde, but also retinol palmitate and retinol as well. It'll be a triple hit. Okay, so what about exfoliating? So again, I don't like a lot of physical exfoliators. I like AHA, alpha hydroxy acids. I have an AHA cream in my line, and that is why. And I think if you're going to do this cycling, having a chemical exfoliator with the retinoid, most people are going to take that. So that means in a 4-day cycle, you're going to have 2 hits of something to smooth, help with brown spots. Those are 2 hits of what I call actives that may create inflammation. So you're going to get those 2 days after where you have that beautiful moisturizer to get that great fresh glass, or now called dolphin skin. So I think a chemical exfoliation makes the most sense, and an AHA cream like the one I have is a 10% glycolic. Also, there's lactic acids and other fruit acids in there, but a lot of them are going to also have a BHA, like a salicylic in there, and that's going to hunt down your pores. So that would be a good one. And if you don't want to use something like that, but you want to use more of a clay mask, I like Revision's Pore Purifying Clay Mask. I'll put links to all of those below. So if you enjoyed this video, I put a video up here on tips and tricks, and one down here on things you can do at home. Keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.